Hi everyone, it's been some time since we last did a project review, and today we are finally back and we wanted to do a review on this project which a lot of clients have been asking about but yet not widely publicized. Well, mainly because this is a very small project, and in terms of pricing wise it doesn't seem very attractive, at least on the surface. So today I'll be reviewing Arina East Residences, which is a freehold development in District 15, conveniently located less than 5 minutes away from Katong Park MRT station. The preview only lasts for 1 week, which is happening this weekend, and at the point of shooting this video it's already Sunday, the 1st of June, and the booking will be on the 7th of June, which is a Saturday. So this video will be broken down into 3 portions. Number 1, the project details, including the different unit types. So number 2, the starting from prices and whether they are attractive enough. And of course, more importantly, who are the groups of buyers that should avoid this project. So without much further ado, let's jump right in. This freehold development is along Tanjong Rhu Road, and the road that leads into the development is a small, quiet road, and we are located right at the cul-de-sac. More importantly, it's extremely convenient if you do not drive, because we are just 3 minutes away from Katong Park MRT, which is on the Thomson East Coast Line. You are 2 stops away from Gardens by the Bay, not like you'll be going there frequently, but 4 stops away from Marina Bay, where you are able to change onto the North-South line as well as the Circle Line. You are also 7 stops away from Outram, allowing you to connect to the East-West line as well as the North-East line. In the near future, residents will also be able to travel to the upcoming Terminal 5 without having to change lines. We have a total of 107 exclusive units with a car park provision of about 80%. So will this be a problem? Personally, I do not think so, because if you actually look at the unit mix of the project, it's actually quite proportionate in the sense that the owners of the smaller bedroom types, such as the 1 bed and even the 2 bed 1 bath, which are usually for rental or investment, already make up more than 30% of the development. So assuming that all the rest of the other owners drive, there's still a surplus of 10%. Anyways, moving forward, most developments will no longer have a 100% car park provision in line with the new URA ruling. In fact, we also have developments that are only 40 to 50% car park provision. Starting from the 1 bedrooms at 495 square feet, we have a total of 17 units. I wish to say that the layout is actually quite normal, but actually it's not. Because firstly, the 1 bedders, we have windows in the bathroom for natural ventilation, which is extremely rare since most of the smaller bedroom types are usually sandwiched in between the bigger units. The living space is also quite decent, with a generous 2.9 meter wide frontage as compared to the usual 2.6 to 2.7 meters. And lastly, it has a bomb shelter, which is extremely important for the smaller units as it acts as a storage area. For the smallest 2-bedder all the way to the biggest 4+ study, all bathrooms and kitchens come with windows for natural ventilation. 17 units of 2 bed 1 bath at 678 square feet. The common bedrooms are 8 square meters, which is able to fit a queen, and 11 square meters for the master bedroom, which is quite standard. 26 units of 2 bed 2 bath, but there are 2 types. One is the 797 square feet and the other is the 861 square feet. The bedroom sizes for these 2 types are the same, 8 square meters for the common and 14 for the master. The difference is in the living and the kitchen area. So for the 861 square feet, we have a wider frontage of about 3.4 meters and 7 square meters kitchen instead of a 5 square meter kitchen. Moving to the 3 bedrooms, we have the deluxe at the 969 square feet, which will likely be the more popular type. The premium at 1087 square feet and the private live at 1238 square feet. The 3 bedroom deluxe comes with a 3.4 meter frontage, 8 square meter bedrooms and 14 square meters for the master bedroom. The frontage for a 3 bedroom premium, which is also our show flat type, is slightly smaller at 3.3 meters, but the dining area has a frontage of about 5 meters, allowing you to fit up to an 8-seater dining table that can be placed next to the dry kitchen area. A separate wet and dry kitchen area with an induction and fridge from Miele on the outside, a gas stove, dishwasher, 2-in-1 washer dryer inside the wet kitchen. Additionally, the 3-bed premium also comes with a helper's toilet. Instead of both bedrooms at 8 square meters, one of the bedrooms is 8 and the other is a 9 square meter. However, the master bedroom is 17 square meter with a walk-in wardrobe. If you want a smaller balcony, more livable space and a bigger kitchen, you can opt for the 1195 square feet 3 bedroom premium, but there is only 1 unit, which is located on the top floor, level 19. The living area is 1.8 meters deeper and the wet kitchen is also 2.6 meters longer. The 3 bedroom premium with private live is one of my favorite layouts because you will be getting a landscape living dining with a frontage of 5.2 meters. This allows you to put up to an 8-seater dining table just behind your sofa area without making the space feel extremely tight. For both common bedrooms, we are 9 square meters and 14 square meters for the master bedroom. Moving on to the 4 bedroom premium, the more notable difference between the 1324 square feet and the 1389 square feet will be of course the private live and the entrance foyer. The 1389 square feet comes with 9 square meters for both common bedrooms and 11 square meters for the junior ensuite, while the 1324 square feet unit comes with 1 8 square meters common bedroom and 1 9 square meters common bedroom and 10 square meters for the junior ensuite, so 8, 9 and 10. The living room frontage, master bedroom sizes are all the same. Lastly, for the 4+ study, which is self-explanatory, comes with an extra study area of about 3 square meters. And also a utility room in addition to a bomb shelter. So this is perfect if you have a helper and you don't want to feel guilty about putting them in the bomb shelter. Secondly, the starting from prices. So the developer has released some prices, but again, do bear in mind that these are only the starting from prices, which are usually the smallest bedroom type and at the lowest floor. So for the 1 bedroom 495 square feet, we are starting from about 1.4 mil, and this translates to about 2009 PSF. For the 2 bed 1 bath, we are starting from about 1.9 mil, which is about 2008 PSF. The 3 bedroom deluxe, we are starting from 2.9, which is 3000 PSF. 3 bedroom private live comes in at about 3.6 mil, again 2009 PSF. And lastly, for the 4 bedroom private live, it's about 4.3 million starting from, which translates to 3001 PSF. So looking at the starting from prices, are they reasonable or are they just too high? So first we look at the land bid price, which is the price which the developer paid for the en bloc. So the en bloc price for the project was about 152 million for a gross floor area of 9,172 square meters. This is about 98,000 square feet. So this translates to a purchase price of about 1,005 per square foot. After factoring into construction costs, marketing, the developers break even, which is the minimum price that they have to sell at, is about $2,362 per square foot. So naturally, the developers won't sell at break even, and in general, they will take about a 20% profit margin, and this takes us to about $2,334 per square foot. Since this project is not under the new GFA harmonization, we do not need to factor in another 5 to 7% for the sales price. If you are able to enter below this $2,834 per square foot mark, it will actually be a very good steal. However, given that the starting from prices that we saw earlier, the average selling price should be around 3,001 per square foot to 3,002 per square foot. Secondly, let's compare with the resale projects in the near vicinity. So there are a total of 10 other projects within 200 meters, but even the newest projects such as The Line and Fulcrum will be more than 10 years old when Arina East TOPs. The next project, One Fort, will be more than 20 years old when Arina TOPs in 2028. However, for comparison's sake, we will actually use The Line, which is currently 9 years old. As usual, the per year difference that we use for calculation is about $50 per square foot, so this will take us to about $450 per square foot. The average PSF that has been transacted and accepted at The Line is about 2,374 per square foot, but up to of course 2,005. Just using the average plus the $450 per square foot, this brings us to about $2,824 per square foot, which is very close to the earlier calculation of the break-even price plus profit. To sum up this segment on the price, it seems that Arina East might be a little overpriced if we were to launch at an average of 3,001 to 3,002 per square foot. However, if you are able to get a unit at 2,008 or even at 2,009, you should be pretty safe. Having said that, it's also understandable why the developer is confident to launch above 3,000 per square foot. For fair comparison, we use another project which has recently TOP'd not too far away. So this is a 99-year project and the average transacted has already crossed $2,400 per square foot. Adding a 25% to 30% freehold premium, this takes us past 3,000 per square foot again. Similarly in Ori, which is an RCR project but 99-year lease, has already transacted at an average of 2,700 per square foot and people were still trying to snatch up the remaining units. We understand that it can never be a fair comparison because some projects might be bigger, some are smaller, some are newer while the others are slightly older, but these comparisons help to give potential buyers a rough gauge as to whether they are overpaying. Finally, we have reached the last but the most important segment of this video, which is who are the buyers who should stay away from this project. But before I go to that, I should start with who are the buyers who are suited for this project. Firstly, for buyers who are only looking at freehold projects, yet they want something that is brand new. Because the government no longer sells land that is freehold, only 99-year lease, so new freehold projects can only come from en blocs, which are very rare. As seen from this situation where the newest project in the area will be more than 10 years old when Arina East TOPs. This project is also very suitable for people who values exclusivity and of course coming home to a development that is quiet instead of having kids running around the poolside and screaming, especially on weekends. Obviously, on the flip side, you should not buy into this project if you are a sucker for facilities like having a proper 50-meter lap pool and big gym facilities. You should also not buy into this project, especially if you are looking for investment to flip within the next 3 to 7 or even 9 years. This is because the growth of freehold projects are generally slower as compared to 99-year projects where owners can easily double their profits within 3 to 5 years. Usually for freehold projects, the buyers actually buy in for legacy, they buy to hold for a longer period of time. We have helped multiple clients leverage on property to increase their asset value over the past 5 years. For example, we recently helped this client exited their profit more than 900,000 in just 3 years. We did not even have to fix the lights and we sold it as soon as we collected the keys. If you are looking to buy a property for own stay but yet at the same time also with the potential to exit in future with strong profits, do reach out to us as we have curated a special list of undervalued projects, especially in the current market where both developers and resale owners are asking for sky-high prices. So once again, if you want to take a look at Arina East, do reach out to me for a show flat preview, or if you want a list of the undervalued projects, reach out to us. My name is Dexter, your preferred Gen Z realtor, and I'll see you soon.